What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Coming at you with a real quick episode of Evoland 2. A slight case of space-time continuum disorder. So when we last left off, we completed the little challenges here at the university, at the library in Genova. So now that we're done, we got the book for the girls. So we're going to give that back to them. But before we do that, let's talk to the professor.
So, are your studies progressing well? Well, congratulations! You finished all your courses. This calls for an extra reward. Here you go.
You got a collectible star.
Alright, now, on to my teaching. What would you like to know?
The Magi.
The Magi are people, or rather a civilization, that peaked more than 2,500 years ago, while the world was largely underwater. According to the legend, they possessed magical powers beyond anything else in history. Some even say they could manipulate time itself. But these are most likely the exaggerated explanations of contemporaneous people to account for strange phenomena after the fact. Nevertheless, after dominating the era in which they lived, they completely vanished 2,000 years ago. All they left behind were a few ruins and many unsolved mysteries. What else would you like to know?
The Magiliths.
What are commonly called Magiliths are in fact the most famous relics of the Magi civilization. While somewhat rare, they are evenly spread throughout various continents. It is not precisely known what purpose they serve. Deciphered writings refer to a road or path, but where does it lead? Incidentally, it was while searching for a megalith that my former professor, also a great expert on the Magi, met her end. Quite a sad story, really. What would you like to know?
The disappearance of the Magi.
Surely it's the greatest riddle ever put forth. Why would a civilization as powerful as the Magi vanish from the face of the earth 2,000 years ago? And without a trace, or practically none. Even after years of research, I must admit, I haven't the foggiest idea. What would you like to know?
If you don't mind, your professor?
My old professor was a leading Magi expert. Her entire life was devoted to figuring out why they had disappeared. I recall she was particularly interested in the Megaliths. She thought the stones contained a power that, once triggered, would enable her to learn more about the Magi. She discovered a Magilith that she believed she could activate with the Stone of Time. Sadly, she was captured by the pirates that lived on the island at the time. No one ever found a trace of her. That was on Magi Isle, the one people now call the Cursed Isle. What would you like to know?
What about the Stone of Time?
The Stone of Time is quite the legend in itself. It has some connection with the Magiliths, but I do not know more than that. The item predates the Magilith by many years, so long ago, in fact, that no one remembers when or why it was created. I'm not even sure if the stone really exists. The only direct reference I was able to identify is that the archives of the Demonian royal family, which I was lucky enough to visit. The Stone of Time is evidently a large round stone, black, with an eye engraved in its center. Interestingly, the eye resembles that used by the Prophet. A bizarre coincidence, if you ask me, but I am hardly concerned with the outside world. What would you like to know?
Magi Isle.
Magi Isle is located far to the east and can only be reached by boat from Sierra Harbor. Its name comes from the Magi ruins found there. Pirates made it their home, only to be mysteriously driven out later. Whatever the case may be, fishermen still refuse to set foot there. They believe the isle is cursed, and so has its name become Cursed Isle. Quite the ghost story, as if they even existed. To get to Magi Isle, you'll need a boat. Keep in mind that only a member of the Council of Traders can provide you with a pass of safe conduct. What would you like to know?
Nothing. I think you answered my questions. Alright. So, before we move on, we'll go talk to the girls and give them their book. And he gave us a clue, but yet again, I don't know how you're supposed to pick up on that clue, because it was a very subtle clue as to what you're supposed to do. So, yeah. Alright. Should be giving this to kids, but whatever. Oh? You brought us a book? Let's see here. 50 drinking games? You'd give this to some innocent girls? Then again, it'll come in handy when we're older. You basically kept your promise. So here, this is for you. Da, 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 da. Sweet loot. Alright, so I don't know how you're supposed, other than the clue that he gave you that the Stone of Time has an eye on it that the prophets so happen to use. I don't know how you're supposed to figure out that you're supposed to go visit them. And how you're supposed to figure out what location where they're at. So I will show you where we're going next. We'll leave here. And we'll come over this way. Pyramid of the Prophet. The Great Destroyer shall punish you all! Nee, nee, nee! What did I do to deserve such imbeciles? Me? Well, will no one open this for me? We sent for someone valuable, Prophet. Nee! How dare you make me languish here? Ah, finally. One of these days, I'll have to change that mechanism. But it's the surest way to protect my very precious Stone of Time. Okay. I was a little angry there. Okay, nothing over there. Don't even try to scale the pyramid. It's so slippery. Even the famed ninja scrolls never made it up to the top. To get inside, you'll need to reach it by air. But without wings, it cannot be done. When humans fly, as they say. That was when pigs fly. Anyway, let's see what's over here. Who are you? I came here to become a disciple. But novice training is really difficult. You have to master quite a few skills. I'm not sure I'll make it. The number 5 has always intrigued me. I mean, really, it's a special number, don't you think? It pops up everywhere. The story of the 5 little pigs. 3 little pigs. The tale of the 5 musketeers. 3 musketeers, even though there's 4 of them. And of course, the 5 keys to be collected by the Great Destroyer before annihilating the world. As strange can be. Why 5? Remember that for later. I've always dreamed of touching the Stone of Time, but only the Prophet has this honor. Our greatest treasure kept safe atop the pyramid. Do you think that by touching, one can communicate with the Great Destroyer? Another reference to the Stone of Time. Okay, sorry about that. Ooh. Do you want to take the Novice Test? Yes. Fine. Listen carefully to my question and choose the correct answer. The Great Disaster was the first omen of the world's annihilation. Will the second be plague of locusts, flood, global warming, bird flu? The hell? Oh, that's not a thing in this world. That's for us, so that's out. Same thing for that. This world isn't that far advanced. Fuck it, we'll go with flood. Oh, okay. Yes, exactly. Well, that's why we built the pyramid. That way, we'll all be able to survive when water covers the world. Your novice training isn't over yet. Speak to the other professors to continue the test.
Do you want to take the novice test?
Yes.
Fine. Listen carefully to my question and choose the correct answer. Before destroying the world, the Great Destroyer must first do something. What is it?
If you remember back, the guy we talked to who was sitting on the crates, who liked the number 5, said that the Great Destroyer, before destroying the world, had reached a power level of 9,000, has to collect 5 keys. That was a clue in one of the answers for this little quiz.
Yes, that is it. There's surely a hidden meaning to the keys, but the Prophet is unequivocal when it comes to the number 5. The novice training isn't over yet. Speak to the other professors to continue the test.
Alright, last one.
Do you want to take the Novice Test?
Yes.
Fine. Listen carefully to my question and choose the correct answer. The great eye symbolizes the Great Destroyer. It is etched onto our most precious treasure. What is this treasure?
The Triforce, a 1-up mushroom, Excalibur. It'd have been funny if they put Excalibur. Of course, it's the Stone of Time. That's just... The other guy we talked to before you come up this way to speak to the professors, he tells you that their greatest treasure is the Stone of Time.
Well done. Indeed, the Stone of Time is kept at the very top of the pyramid. The prophet discovered it near the smug shortly after the great disaster. Congratulations, you passed the Novice Test, but that's only the first step. To become a disciple, you need to go to Wind Valley and then climb Mount Alpha. Atop Mount Alpha, you'll have to spend an entire day meditating before our symbol, the Great Eye. Only then will you be ready to become a disciple.
Alright. So, to Wind Valley! Alright, so there's like no treasure around here whatsoever. You know, those guys aren't shaking anymore. I guess that's a good thing. Alright. So we're headed to Wind Valley. If you remember beforehand, we did visit Wind Valley before. So we're down this way. Wind Valley. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here. And when we come back in the next episode, we'll continue on with our little adventure through Wind Valley. And then we'll head up to Mount Alpha Mountain. So yeah, so far so good. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me for that quick pause. So with that said, I'm your host, Michael Gardner, aka BlueFox22. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, stay safe, stay as healthy as humanly possible, and above all, stay foxy. I just want to wish all of you a happy holiday. This video should be going up on Christmas Eve. Sorry, no Christmas stuff. Work kind of got the better of me, so I've been trying to get videos out as soon as possible. So yeah. Alright, so if you celebrate Christmas, you know, Merry Christmas. And if you don't, you know, just happy holidays for you. Or just, you know, take it easy. Have a great day. So with that said, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.